The WNBA is facing its biggest crisis since its founding, and Caitlin Clark just dropped a bombshell that has everyone talking. The clock is ticking, tensions are rising, and the future of women's basketball hangs in the balance. What she said at USA Basketball Training Camp could change everything. So here's what's happening right now. The WNBA and its players are locked in intense negotiations over a new collective bargaining agreement. And things are getting real. We're talking about the possibility of no basketball next season. Let me say that again. No WNBA basketball in 2026. And this isn't just speculation anymore. The current CBA has been extended twice, and the deadline is now January 9th, 2026. That's less of a month away. And according to players inside the negotiations, both sides are still far apart. Caitlin Clark spoke out for the first time about these negotiations on Friday at Duke University, and what she said is incredibly important. She's walking a tightrope here, and you can hear it in her words. On one hand, she's saying the players will fight for everything they deserve, but on the other hand, she's emphasizing that compromise is necessary and that fans need to see basketball on the floor. This is the voice of reason we needed to hear, and it's coming from the biggest star the league has ever seen. Let's break down what Clark actually said, because every word matters. She told reporters that while players will fight for what they deserve, there has to be compromise on both sides. She said, and I quote, "That's what our fans crave, the product on the floor. That's what the fans want to show up for." She gets it. She understands that this is bigger than just the players or the owners. This is about the millions of fans who have fallen in love with the WNBA over the past few years, the fans who packed arenas to watch her and Angel Reese, the fans who made this past season the most watched in WNBA history. But here's where it gets complicated. Kelsey Plum, who was the first vice president of the Players Association, painted a much different picture. She said the talks have been a little bit disheartening and that she's frustrated by how far apart the two sides are. That's not the kind of language you want to hear when a deadline is approaching. That's the language of a negotiation that could be heading toward a work stoppage. So what exactly are the players fighting for? This isn't just about getting a bigger paycheck, although salary is definitely part of it. The players are pushing for a complete transformation of the league's salary structure and revenue sharing system. They want standards for team facilities and staffing. They want more robust benefits. These are professional athletes who have been grinding for years, often playing overseas in the offseason just to make ends meet, and they're saying enough is enough. The league's latest proposal actually sounds pretty significant on paper. They're offering a maximum salary for 2026 with a guaranteed $1 million base. With projected revenue sharing, top players could earn more than $1.2 million. The salary cap would jump to $5 million in 2026 and would increase based on revenue growth after that. That's a massive increase from where things are now, where the current maximum salary is just over $200,000. But apparently, that's still not enough to get a deal done. And when you think about it, maybe the players have a point. The WNBA just came off its most successful season ever. Ratings were through the roof, attendance broke records, merchandise was flying off the shelves. The league is growing faster than anyone imagined, and a lot of that growth is directly because of the players on the court. Why shouldn't they get a bigger piece of the pie? Angel Reese weighed in on this too, and she was clear about where the players stand. She said everyone is really intentional about what they want, and the players are united. She said they're riding together on everything. That unity is powerful, and it's exactly what you need in a negotiation like this. But she also acknowledged that they need to come to common ground, that it needs to be fair, and that everybody needs to benefit. Here's what makes the situation so critical. Caitlin Clark called this the biggest moment the WNBA has ever seen. And she's absolutely right. The league has momentum like never before. They have mainstream attention. They have casual fans becoming hardcore fans. They have little girls all over the country dreaming of being the next Caitlin Clark or Angel Reese. A work stoppage right now could kill all of that momentum. It could send fans away, and there's no guarantee they come back. Clark said it's important that they find a way to play next season, and you can hear the urgency in her voice. She knows what's at stake. She's the face of the league, whether she wants to be or not. The WNBA's explosive growth over the past 2 years is directly tied to her arrival. She broke every viewership record. She sold out arenas. She made the Indiana Fever relevant. And now, after missing most of the 2025 season due to injuries, she's healthy, she's ready to go, and the last thing anyone wants is for there to be no season to play. But let's talk about the elephant in the room. What happens if they don't reach a deal by January 9th? There are 2 possible scenarios, and both of them are nightmare fuel for WNBA fans. The owners could lock out the players, essentially saying you can't play until we have a new agreement. Or the players could strike, refusing to play until their demands are met. Either way, no basketball. Either way, the momentum stops. Either way, the WNBA risks losing everything it's built. Clark said she leans on her teammates Lexi Hull and Aaliyah Boston, who are the Fever's union player reps, to learn more about the negotiations. She's also talking to Brianna Turner, the union treasurer. She's educating herself. She's trying to understand both sides. And that's exactly the approach that could help bridge the gap here. She's not just blindly siding with the players or the owners, she's trying to see the full picture. She said there are things the players deserve and won't compromise on, but there are also things they can probably compromise on. That's maturity, that's leadership, and that's what the WNBA needs right now. Someone who can acknowledge that both sides have valid points and that the goal should be finding middle ground, not winning at all costs. The timing of all this is particularly interesting because Clark just made her return to organized basketball at this USA basketball training camp. She hadn't played since July, having missed almost the entire second half of the 2025 season with various soft tissue injuries. She said she's at 100% now, just working on getting her conditioning back and knocking off the rust. She was a little nervous before Friday's practice, which is totally understandable. But by all accounts, she looked great out there. Kara Lawson, the new head coach of USA Basketball, said Clark looked terrific, really locked in and focused, and hadn't missed a beat. Sue Bird, the managing director, echoed that, saying Clark looked great and that the conditioning and rhythm will come. This training camp is the first step toward the 2026 Women's World Cup in September, where Team USA will go for their 5th straight gold medal. It's also a moment for the next generation of stars to come together. Clark was one of 10 players making their senior national team camp debut this weekend, including Paige Beckers and Angel Reese. The future of USA basketball is in that gym, and the future of the WNBA is in those negotiations. Here's the bottom line. The WNBA is at a crossroads. The league has never been more popular, the players have never been more talented, and the future has never looked brighter. But none of that matters if they can't reach a deal in the next few weeks. Caitlin Clark is right. There needs to be compromise on both sides. The players deserve to be paid fairly for the value they bring. The owners deserve to have a sustainable business model that incentivizes continued investment. And the fans deserve to see the product on the floor. Both sides say they believe a transformative deal is possible. The league and the players want to capitalize on the tremendous growth of the past few years. But saying you want a deal and actually getting a deal are 2 very different things. And with each passing day, the January 9th deadline gets closer. So what happens next? We wait, we watch, we hope that cooler heads prevail and that both sides remember what's really at stake here. This isn't just about money or power or winning a negotiation. This is about the future of women's basketball. This is about the dreams of little girls who want to grow up to be professional basketball players. This is about continuing the incredible momentum that has made the WNBA one of the most exciting leagues in all of sports. Caitlin Clark gets it. Angel Reese gets it. Kelsey Plum gets it. Now we need the people in the negotiating room to get it too. The world is watching, the clock is ticking, and the future of the WNBA hangs in the balance. One thing is certain, the next few weeks will determine the trajectory of the WNBA for the next decade. Let's hope they get it right.